Okay, so this is great. Got a tennis topic for you.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Nadal won an epic match against Djokovic Tuesday in Paris.
Yeah.
If he wins another Grand Slam, does this cement him into the tennis goats? Into being a tennis goat?
No, the tennis goat would be the question. He's already one of them. So this is what's really interesting. So when I was your age, there was a clear-cut best ever, but he had a bit of a caveat. It was Pete Sampras. He had 14 Grand Slams, but he never could win on clay. He dominated on grass. He won some majors on hard.
What do you mean? Went on clay, dominated on glass,
on grass.
Grass.
Oh boy, this is a green jacket situation, isn't it? So do you know how the tennis majors work?
Wait, no. I'm not aware of how the majors work.
Do you know any? Okay, so they play on different surfaces. So there's 4 tournaments that really matter in golf: the Masters, U.S. Open, British Open, PGA. Tennis, same thing. There's 4 tournaments that really matter: the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, which is in England, the French Open, which is in Paris, and the Australian Open, which is obviously in Australia. So the U.S. Open and the Australian Open. Haven't you been to the U.S. Open with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the U.S. Open, Australian Open, they're on hard courts. So that's the type of tennis court you see if you're like walking around the city.
More notoriety for winning on like better grass and
okay. This
clay?
Is great. All right. So listen. So U.S. Open, Australian Open are on hard courts.
Okay.
Wimbledon's on grass, and the French Open is on clay. It's on like a red clay. So the ball spins different. It comes different. It's different speeds. So the moral of the story was Pete Sampras won 14 majors, the most ever, but he never won a single French Open because he couldn't win on clay. Then Roger Federer came around. Federer has 20 majors. He forever couldn't win on clay, but then won one on clay. It's like, oh, Federer's the greatest. Then there was this guy named Rafael Nadal who has won 13 French Opens. He's the greatest clay court tennis player ever. People are like, oh, but that's all he can do. But he also has 2 Australians, 2 Wimbledons, and 4 U.S. Opens. So he has 21 majors. He's dominated on clay. It's like, oh, is he the greatest? But then there's Djokovic. Djokovic was, I think some people say, the most talented guy ever. He also only has 1 French Open because, again, these guys can't win on clay because Rafa kicks their ass on
clay, man.
Yeah, man, it's totally different. It's like, I don't even know a cross-sport comparison.
Tennis on grass.
Well, Wimbledon, it's beautiful grass. It's very, very short manicured grass. But then like over the course of the tournament where they stand, it starts to wear away. It changes color. It's great. Tennis is great, man. So the point is this. Rafa, if he finishes it off, will now have 22 majors.
Damn, man. Maybe I should say Klay Thompson created a version. Get him to stop talking about this. Maybe talk about some basketball. Shoot. Tennis players probably don't even talk about tennis for this long.
Has to matter. And then there's Djokovic, who I don't particularly like. And he's got the whole, like, is he even going to be allowed to play Australian Opens anymore? Because he had a vaccine issue there. And he's won 9 Australian Opens. Is this not interesting to you?
No.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
I do. I think it's cool that they play on different elements.
Yeah.
And it just.
You don't seem interested.
Yeah.
This is a green jacket situation.
This is definitely a green jacket situation.
All right, let me try to explain to you why it's awesome. So, I can't think of a basketball comp except if some teams' arenas were outdoors on double rims. And it's like, oh boy, like listen, he's great in the gym, but and one team's arena was outdoors in a really windy environment. It's like, oh, can you handle that? So for the fact that these guys have to deal with not only totally different weather, the Australian Open gets so hot sometimes, but they also have to deal with the ball bounces, goes different speeds, takes different angles. Hard court, you're going to get basically perfect conditions. Clay, obviously, and you slide. Like you slide around. It's great. You got to watch French Open with me, Rafa, if he makes the finals. This is his last gasp. Might be his last tournament ever. Could be
he makes the finals. Will that be at any point while the Celtics are playing in the finals?
No, I think it's Sunday, but it would be before the game.
Okay.
Oh, it would be great. Oh, yeah. We could have a great sports Sunday, pal.
I'm excited.
This would be... no. These tennis matches are like 5.5 hours long.
Yeah.
No, they're great. They're
insane.
so great. But the other thing is, and I know we're going long, but I really, really like tennis. We just don't talk about it because nobody cares.
You like tennis more than golf? I think
Ooh,
you
boy.
do because I
I
feel
do.
like you only like golf when
with Tiger.
Tigers.
Yeah. No. I definitely do. And I definitely like them both more than baseball.
Okay.
But I got to tell you, when I was your age, Pete Sampras was the all-time leader in majors with 14. 3 guys came up after him around the same time, Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. They all now have 20. But think about that. So the 3 greatest ever, arguably, were competing against each other. So the most ever was 14. Now 3 guys all have 20. But if one of those guys just didn't exist, then you might have 2 guys who have
Like
30.
Yeah.
And if 2 of them didn't exist, one of these guys might have 45.
Right.
Like, it's unbelievable how good these 3 guys are. The fact that Nadal is still doing it, might win his 22nd major, it's unbelievable. All right, I think we just did 8 minutes on tennis. So if you're still listening, God bless you. We'll be right back. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.